Welcome to this TWIP webinar free preview of 5 habits of highly effective photographers. Hi, my name is Frederick Van Johnson, and I'm happy to have you with us. In today's webinar, we'll be discussing how having a methodology instead of a rigid strategy can help make all the difference as you approach your photography and your business. We'll also dive into the importance of learning and cultivating that thirst for experimentation. Then we'll discuss gas and how to combat it, or rather gear acquisition syndrome. Then we'll dive into the importance of safeguarding your digital creations by backing up. And then finally, we'll discuss goal setting and the importance of knowing where you're going so that you can figure out how to get there. And with that, let's get started. I put this slide up here because it's traffic, and we all know about traffic, right? Rush hour traffic. We hate it. It's one of the reasons why, I kind of operate my life the way I do, is because I hate traffic and I hate being stuck in it every day. But we as photographers, I'm sitting in traffic one day when I was thinking about building this presentation. I was sitting in traffic and I was thinking, where are all these people going? And then I kind of overlaid that onto when you're a photographer, or when you're learning to be a photographer, learning different techniques, we tend to dive into this stuff like limbing, right? We look at what other people are doing and we do that. We look at what famous photographers are doing online and we do that. Oh, I want a big social media presence like Trey Radcliffe, so I'm going to do what Trey did. When Trey has a completely different destination in mind, right? Trey is working towards a specific goal. So when you get in traffic, you don't look at the other cars out there and say, you know what, I just want to be in traffic, so I'm going to drive around like they're driving around. Typically, those people probably have a destination in mind. They're going shopping, they're going to work, they're going to pick up the kids from daycare, they're doing something, right? So you need to have that goal in mind. Don't just follow what other people are doing. You need to pick a goal and then work backward from it. So don't add to that rush hour traffic. Have a specific goal in mind. You'd be surprised once you start internalizing that and just thinking, you know what, okay, I don't care what all these other people do. I don't care that everybody's on Facebook. I don't care that, this new social network popped up and I need to be over there. If once you have a solid goal in your head of where you want to go, the decisions on what to do and what networks to be on and even what kind of pictures to take and what kind of gear to buy, they start falling in place. But if you don't have a goal in mind, you tend to be just another piece of traffic kind of randomly going around. If you don't have a destination, there's no way you're ever going to get to there, right? So pick a goal and work towards it. And I when I talk to people about this, I say work backwards from your goal, right? So think about okay, whether it's a financial goal, whether it's a goal to take a certain number of pictures, like my friend Thomas Hawk has a lofty goal to take, a certain number of pictures in his lifetime. So he's on that quest to do that. And everything that he does drives towards that. Well, he's going to go on a trip. He's going to get more pictures. He's going to go take this assignment. He's going to get more pictures. He's trying to get to that number that's in his head, and he's going to do it. But he's picked a goal and he's working towards it. If you say, hey, Thomas Hawk is awesome, I'm going to be just like him, you're not going to succeed in being Thomas Hawk, because there's only one Thomas Hawk and he's working towards a specific goal. So that said, this third bullet on here, model someone in your chosen niche or your chosen genre. That is, I've seen the crux or the thesis of this presentation is the 5 habits of highly successful photographers. This is number 5. So the 5th habit that I've seen from these guys is most of these people, they're all artists, obviously, but on the same token, there's nothing new under the sun, right? So a lot of photographers, not all of them, but a lot of photographers are inspired by other photographers, whether it be if you're like a Valerie Jardin and you're a street photographer, then you're not modeling, but you're inspired by Cartier-Bresson, right? He was one of the original street photographers. So you want to look at someone that's doing what you want to do, or that has a style of art that's similar to your style of art, and model them, not copy them, model them, and add your own spin on it. Like what Microsoft used to say, back in the day, they don't copy Apple, they embrace and extend, right? So you don't want to embrace and extend it, to the degree that you're saying, hey, here's a shot, I want to do that shot. You want to embrace and extend from the standpoint of, okay, look at this art right here. That is awesome. I want to do something similar to that, but I want to add my little spin on it or change it completely, or just take a component of what that person is doing and add it to what I'm doing. Therefore, it becomes yours at that point. And then the final bullet is, what's your number, right? What's your number? And this is financial. So a lot of this doesn't apply to many photographers, right? It doesn't apply to people that are hobbyists or amateurs in the purest sense of the word. The word amateur means for the love of something. It doesn't mean that you're any less than a professional. It just means you do it for the love of it, not for the profit of it. If you're doing it for the profit of it, you need to determine what your number is and work backwards from there. And what I mean by that is, it could be a monthly number. Like you could say, okay, I need to draw a line in the sand after I'm going to sit down at my spreadsheet or on my tablet on the couch with a spreadsheet doc up, and I'm going to figure out what I need to survive, right? What I need to survive. And again, this is what these highly successful photographers do. They look at it and they say, okay, this is the number that I need to, in order just to subsist, not exist, to subsist. So subsistence is you're just eking by, you're not hurting. You're here, right? What is your number on top of that is the question. So once you have that bottom line number, whether it's, when all my bills are added up, I need to make $4,000 a month. I need to make $3,000 a month, and that allows me to subsist. Now you want to exist on top of that. So the real number is, and this is speaking to the business folks out there, the real number is, what do I need to exist above that subsistence number? So if that number is, okay, it takes me $3,000 to $4,000 just to live and pay my mortgage and pay for childcare and rent or whatever, then on top of that, I would like to make an additional $5,000 a month so that I can work towards my goal. Remember, we talked about goals. So on top of that, what's that number? So then you work backwards from there. What do I need to do in order to make that number? I need to be doing speaking engagements. I need to kick off a website that's training. I need to do workshops. I need to kick off a gallery show. I need to build my social media audience so I could do this and that. So all these things start falling into place once you decide what your number is. Again, it all goes back to goals and planning. And once you know what your number is, then you can start working backwards.
Thanks for watching this free preview of the 5 Habits of Highly Effective Photographers webinar. If you'd like to check out the full version, just head over to thisweekinphoto.com/shop. There you can download this webinar and others as they become available. If you are a TWIP member, you have access to this webinar and all other webinars as included in your membership. Thanks for watching.